We're just going to get started right away into it. So just come into a comfortable position standing up on your mat with your feet. You can be lengthwise on the mat, so facing the top of the mat, finding a comfortable position. This practice is all about just letting the body go wherever it wants to go and feeling into a bit of your own expressive creation and a bit of play. So enjoy it, have a good time doing it. Don't overthink it, okay? Comfortable stance, and we're just gonna start to sway the arms forward and back, and forward and back. Don't worry about how this matches mine. Just do your own thing. This is your own flavor. I'm gonna start to add a bit of shake and shake as I pass through the center. Shake it out. Anytime that you do this, you can use your anytime. Use your breath. One more shake, and then we'll keep swaying, swaying, swaying. Get it smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and then they just sort of stop and pause. Good. From here, even bigger step, bending into the knees, and we'll just take a sway from side to side with the legs. Side to side, so bending one knee into the other. Now, as you do this, allow your head to move. You can pretend you're at like a music festival and close your eyes and just kind of let the body sway. You're shifting the weight from one foot over into the other. Don't worry about any coordination, just shift your weight. Let your body move in a way that feels good, that feels freeing for you. Side to side, a few more like this. However you want it to feel, whatever it turns into is great. Start to slow that down a little bit. Good, until eventually you gradually come back and you pause into the center. Let's take the arms up into the air, and we're just going to come into a little bit of swaying side to side movement with the upper body. Side to side movement with the upper body. Now each time you let the body go side to side, allow maybe a little bit more depth. Now we're going to add the bend in the knee that we did before. So as your body goes to one side, you're going to also bend into that knee. And then you bend into the other leg. So you're just swaying. Allow your head to go with it. Again, don't worry about the coordination of this. Just allow the sway like a seaweed in the ocean. It just kind of goes with the wave. A few more like this, coming into that sway, and slow it down. Good. Less and less. Coming back into the center, and we'll reach up high and slowly let the arms release down. From here, we're going to come into some little peekaboo movements. So we're going to raise one arm up, and we're just going to peek out underneath that arm, and then we're going to let it relax down. Raise the other arm up and peek, and let it relax down. And just keep going. A little peek and lower, a little peek and lower. Now as you do this, maybe you bend your knees as you peek and lower. Bend your knees, peek, and lower. Now as you do it, see if you can blend the movements together. So you're going to peek on one side, and then you're going to peek on the other side. And you're just going to keep going. Peek and peek. Don't worry about where your body weight is shifting. Just keep working into that peek and that peek. We'll do a few more. Here we're going to just slow it down, coming into that peek, nice and slow, and then we'll slowly let the arms relax as you come up to standing. So we're going to blend two of those movements together, which is the side to side action through the legs. You're just bending one knee, bending the other, and we're going to blend that with the peek. So the knee that bends is the arm that we peek under. So take the bend of one knee and peek under the arm, and then come back up. The bend of the opposite knee, peek under the arm, and come back up. And again, bend and peek, coming back up, bend and peek, coming back up. Now with this one, we're gonna blend it all together so you keep moving from one side into the other. Allow those feet to get really comfortable. Okay, we'll start on one side. Go ahead, bend the knee and peek. And you're just gonna go right into the other side. Bend the knee and peek. Bend the knee and peek. Bend the knee and peek. Don't get caught up in if this movement is not feeling coordinated for you or graceful. Close your eyes down. Don't attach to the way it looks. Just move and sway your body. For another 5 counts here, 4 and 3, slow it down. Bend and peek, 2, slowing it down, 1, and then we'll come all the way up to standing. Okay, from here, we're gonna draw the feet so that they're about a hip width distance apart. We're gonna shake the chest out to the thighs. This is a big exhale, a big clearing. You can make it vocal, or it can be just breath, up to you, okay? So first we're gonna start by sweeping the arms all the way up and just roll down. Tap the ground. Uncurl, come all the way up, take the arms high. And exhale. Tap the ground. Now the next time we do this, go ahead, come up. You can watch the first one if you need to. Shake chest to thighs. Inhale, roll. When you're ready, chin lifts. And let's go. Let it out. Roll, uncurl, coming up. Shake it out. Let the body roll and uncurl for the last 2 up. And shake it out. Last time, coming all the way up, reach. And good, we're gonna stay down here, let the arms release. Lean into your hands and walk your feet out to the outer edges of the mat, beyond that, and just shift from side to side. Bending the knees, let your head go. Again, this is just your own free movement. You can shift your weight and allow your torso to move with the bend of the knee. It can follow the bend of the knee. It can lead you into the bend of the knee. Or you can just not think about it so much. Just move in a way that's curious and let your body really express what it needs to do here. Few more breaths like this. Let it all hang out. Okay, good. From here, we're going to let the hands plant down, step into your tabletop position, and just keep moving in this way. Allowing the hips to move. Maybe you start first with the hips. Maybe you follow that up with the chest. Circular actions can feel really good. And then start to explore space around you with your hands, reaching far to one side. Maybe sweeping it through, reaching all the way to the other side. Maybe reaching and sweeping forward. And just keep going for another minute like this with the combination of whatever piques your curiosity here. It's wild and free movement for you. This self-expression coming into all this uninhibited movement and expression and shapes in the body. Uninhibited flow. No worry or concern about placement. Just movement and breath. Letting out those exhales whenever you need to. And then we'll slowly minimize these movements. Slow it down. Slow it down until you come into your tabletop position. All right, right from here, we're just going to slide the legs around to the front. And we're gonna continue just coming into the last few elements of our little mini wild and free. So whichever leg you wanna take out, it doesn't matter, okay? So just allowing the one leg to extend while the opposite leg bends. And we're just gonna come into a little bit of this sway, a little bit of this movement. Hands can be on the knees. Maybe you wanna circle, letting the body circle around. You can go the opposite way. Maybe you just stay up here and it's just the head that moves. Maybe it's just the chest. Again, you gotta let go of any hesitations about what you might look like. It's your birthright to be able to move with freedom, so tapping into that. Okay, slow that movement down. Really minimize it. And then slowly lifting all the way up. So we're going to take the hand of the extended leg back. We're going to be pushing up, and then we're going to sweep across, okay? So whatever hand is the same as your extended leg, it's going to go back. Reach the opposite hand, push and lift. Sweep it across, reach the hand back, push and lift. Sweep it across. If this lift here with the hand behind the straight leg isn't working, you don't have to do it. Push and reach, lift. And just keep going like this. You can also just stretch on the straight leg, and maybe you only lift on one side. Up to you. Feeling that freedom in the body. This is about being playful, not about finding a perfect or ideal position or form. Sweep. Okay, slowing it down. Little bit slower, more minimal with your movements. Finishing up the last thing that you're on. And slowly, slowly coming back into the center, lifting the chin. Going to the other side, okay? Stretching the opposite leg out, bending the knee in. We'll just go for a little bit of a sway. Just feeling into where your body wants to move. It's kind of like this rippling. Again, sometimes a particular area of the body will lead the movement, and other times that particular area of the body, it follows. And I know for me it changes because my body just wants to do what it wants to do at any given moment and not necessarily be too attached to keeping up the same thing or consistency in the movement. So it might look different every 2 seconds. Okay, slowing that movement down. Having it be a little bit less sort of wide or big, a bit more small and minimal, and we'll gradually come back up into the center. We're going to take the hand down of the extended leg, and again you're going to sweep, a little bit of a lift maybe, or you can just reach, up to you. Then we're going to sit down, sweep it around, and whoop, I've got caught, and lift all the way up. And then sweeping it around. Up to you. Do you want to just stretch? Or do you want to come into that sweeping on both sides? Your choice. Reaching through. The head is an awesome tool to use. Not the brain, but the heaviness of the head in these types of movements, because it's a weight. So we can use it to actually create space and create tractioning in the body. Just in your own way. Here we'll start to gradually come into slower movements, allowing the reach to lead in towards the next sweep. Minimize the movements, finishing up the last thing that you'd like to do here. And then finishing by coming forward and all the way up. Breathe in, exhale. Okay, beautiful work, you guys. So from here, we're going to finish lying down on the back. You can stay long on your mat. And we're just going to come into our dead bug with some shaking between the feet and the wrists here. So we'll take the legs up. You can hug the knees into the chest if you want. Go for a bit of a rock from side to side. And then we'll take the legs just a little bit up. They don't have to be super high. They can be open. And the hands, and just start to give them a shake. So we're going to go for our sort of most minimal level of shaking here. It's not very intense. It's kind of passive, kind of blasé. Let your ankles just relax. Your feet are along for the ride. Your legs are the ones that are flopping your feet around. Don't use your feet muscles to flop your feet. Same with your hands. Your arms, your hands rather, are passive. It's the movement of the arms. Okay, let's go second level. So here for me, I like to lift my elbows up off the ground because I feel like I can get more of a shake. It's like a milkshake for your blood, shaking it all up. We're gonna go to our full final level of shake. So go ahead. Shaking everything, and by now, I know for me, my hands feel so strange. For 3, shaking, shaking, 2, shaking, shaking, 1, then second level, second level shaking, second level shaking, going down to the base level shaking, kind of passive, kind of blah. Slow it down, stop it, feel the buzz. Slowly relax your legs. Slowly relax your arms. Find a comfortable position to lay down in.